You're a Karen. And don't respond being like, oh yeah, it's a Karen if I think that animals and shouldn't be. Dude, you're a Karen because 90% of your video is just saying like, this guy's a furry. Yeah, you're a Karen. Come on. Jesus. Holy sh. Anyway, so we're going to be dealing with this for a bit because guaranteed they're going to make more. And I'm not going to have the time or energy to respond to all of it. But at the very least, this video now exists. It's a new one.
YMS has responded. We covered that in the previous live stream. To be honest, I had a 17-minute video to watch, and it became a 2.5-hour segment because these guys just write so much. The best part of today is that we actually don't have to read anything by YMS because we've covered it all. And I think this is like my last major YMS segment. This is the 27-minute rebuttal video. I don't know how much of this is going to be from the... Nicholas, fun name to say. Yeah, Nicholas' video is really good. I don't know how much we're gonna get spoiled on from that video, but yeah, let's take a look at this now because I'm ready to put this drama behind us. Wait a minute, this video is not suitable for all ages. So are you saying that you don't want minors to view it?
I hate this guy. I hope he suffers. I hope he loses everything.
That's cold. That's a cold intro.
I hate this guy. I hope he suffers.
It's the most serious I've ever heard PPP.
I hope he loses everything. He belongs in prison.
You know what's funny is this is like the first 2 minutes of the video too. If you go back and look at Rob's Media's video, I'm pretty sure this is like the first 2 minutes of the video.
Go get some therapy. You are sick. You need help. I don't think we should put you down.
That's sensitive society.
Like a puppy yet, but actually I don't know.
It always comes back to Shad, man. Anyone...
Chris the Narc!
Degenerates, it always somehow goes back to Shad, man.
These two
These two fucked. No! Just stop. Just please stop.
Is this real?
The path of a free speech absolutist is to get dragged into a conversation, look like Vito Giswaldi. So, yo! Thank you! Dude, that is actually the most truthful thing from my entire segment. Free speech absolutism always ends with, like, inadvertently defending, like, child pornography in some capacity. It always happens. It's like that's the one thing that always. I'm a free speech absolutist. Listen to that guy. That guy's going to be defending child porn on Twitter within 6 months.
So Your Movie Sucks actually commented on this video. I wonder if
that's op block.
it's still there. You knowingly created a situation where I had to physically hurt myself to give a proper response. What?
Listen, Your Movie Sucks. The bulls that they have aren't literal bulls. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a little while ago, I made a video detailing the depravity of Your Movie Sucks, a movie reviewer on YouTube who has a history of playing devil's advocate for bestiality and lolicon. He's claimed over and over again that he's actually just arguing for moral consistency, when in my opinion, he's partially doing it to justify his sexual attraction to cartoon animals.
And I think, I'll be honest with you straight away, I'm just telling you where I stand on this. I don't blame anybody who's come to this conclusion based off of literally just YMS's words. I don't think that you need to get, like, dragged to the fucking water and drink, like... You don't have to be forced to drink from the fucking watering hole to come to the conclusion that YMS is like a total fucking degenerate freak. I don't think that's the case. I watched that last video from Nicholas, and that clip in there was absolutely insane because it sounded like all the arguments that we heard YMS make recently, but just like way worse. It was really bad. Also, the Anissa Jomha lookalike allegations are equally as bad.
He's made numerous responses to me, which are usually Dark Viper style essays where you can clearly tell he's having an eternal meltdown.
It's 14 pages!
The first one starts with him throwing as many—
I think that Dark Viper's future is to be like little critical drinker-esque clips that play throughout the course of the video. Just like outburst screams from Dark Viper.
It's 14 pages!
The first one starts with him throwing as many excuses at the wall as possible. Like claiming I maliciously released my video while he was at some snobby—
Yeah, so dude, the video was maliciously released whilst YMS was at a convention, his hand is hurting too much, he's likely autistic. In the clips that Nicandro showed, he was very drunk, he was an alcoholic. He was a functioning alcoholic, just not that day. People were spamming him and he was forced to respond in his stream chat.
Film festival.
Like, it's always this weird excuse.
10 pages!
The first one starts with him throwing as many excuses at the wall as possible. Like claiming I maliciously released my video while he was at some snobby film festival, as if I'm constantly tracking his location. I'm honestly surprised this guy leaves his house at all. He also mentions a recent carpal tunnel surgery, saying that he was in excruciating pain for the 5 hours he wrote it. His poor little wrists were
He probably beat off too much to how much good faith he provides in every conversation. It's like, oh, I'm so good faith. I'm so good. What the fuck happened to my wrist?
crumbling apart at the seams. I mean, I totally feel bad for him, guys. He needs those wrists to jerk off to lion penis.
Or it could be lion. It could be, yeah, it could be lion.
Reminds me of
Anthropomorphic, right? Is that what it means when it's got like human features?
feel bad for him, guys. He needs those wrists to jerk off to lion penis. It reminds me of Jake Doolittle at the hospital.
Why is he sitting there making the fucking...
Using it
Is he gonna... Dude, he's gonna do the other one. Where's the other face?
Sympathy.
It's like the Sigma male face.
after he got exposed as a shitty person. Adam also claims he's likely autistic, explaining that's the reason why he had to make his responses so long and
Nick just started insulting
Who the fuck
me
in the
viciously on
chat just
Twitter.
wrote, he wasn't lying, MR, you ain't lying. Thanks. Thank you for the pun. That was very funny.
autistic, explaining that's the reason why he had to make his responses so long and drawn out.
That's part of the reason why I think I'm autistic.
Well, you're like 35 and quirky. I have an idea. Why don't you go take a fucking test? Why don't you go to the doctor? You're like fucking 34 years old. What do you mean you think you're autistic, motherfucker? Go to a doctor.
Responses so long and drawn out.
That's part of the reason why.
Go see a specialist. Like, what the fuck are you...
That's the reason why he had to make his responses so long and drawn out.
That's part of the reason why I think I'm autistic, is because I seem to have like some kind of like obsession with, you know, needing to feel like I am able to convince people or correct the record in some way of.
I found out, and this is what this is probably the most predictable thing I'm gonna ever say in one of these streams. Okay, he's kind of like the Bo Blacks of EFAP. That's probably the best. That's like the best case scenario. Like, he's never formally a co-host and he's still kind of just a reoccurring character, so it's not one-to-one. But I think tonight, that's kind of my goal, is to kind of prove that he's the Bo Blacks of EFAP. Because if you guys don't know, the second segment that we're going to cover is about his breakdown with like Mauler and like Fringy and Rags, right?
Part of the reason why I think I'm autistic is because I seem to have like some kind of like obsession.
He's like Bizarro Bo Blacks. He got so many characteristics like Bo Blacks, but it's not quite there. Instead of being allegedly BPD, he's allegedly autistic. And he thinks that he's autistic because he can't stop responding. When I think he's autistic because he dresses up like animals and has sex.
With, you know, needing to feel like I am able to convince people or correct the record in some way of, you know, just being honest, because I know that I'm not an abuse.
50 gifted subs! Yo!
I know that I'm not attracted to children. I know that I'm not attracted to animals. I don't even jerk it to Lolly. I hate that that's now a thing that people think.
Oh wow, I'm glad you clarified that, Adam. Maybe he is autistic, but it's not an excuse for stating shitty opinions.
Yeah, it's like, maybe he is autistic, but if he doesn't know, then why would you ever mention it? Like, why would you ever say it out loud then? What's wrong with you?
Maybe he is autistic, but it's not an excuse for stating shitty opinions.
Like, it's just manipulative. It's like, hey, I need another thing, but I'm too lazy to find out if it's if I can actually pull that card out, you know? So I'm just gonna pull it out and see if it works.
You're a 34-year-old man, Adam. Grow the fuck up. Stop with this pity me bullshit. Your parlor tricks don't work on me, you retard. Because I'm autistic too, and I'm not out here debating why it's okay to suck doggy cock.
Yo! Okay, alright, okay.
Because I'm autistic too, and I'm not out here debating why it's okay to suck doggy cock. And yes,
Yeah, a lot of my chat was like, hey, look, autistic here. Not even allegedly fully diagnosed, but like, yeah, I don't have these issues. I'm like, yeah, you know, maybe it's not an autism thing.
I'll address the elephant in the room.
Dude, you can't do that. I'll address the the well-groomed lion in the room.
Debating why it's okay to suck And yes, I'll address the elephant in the room. His short hair. Bro went to his barber and said, yo, give me that Anissa Jomha cut.
Commentary YouTubers have no idea what it is to work a normal job, let alone put on a whole event.
It really is the same hair. This is what I was thinking of. I couldn't like articulate when it was, but this was it.
Now, the main thing I wanted to respond to here is Adam's claims of me being a groomer and a pedophile. Yes, those are claims he attempts to make. This is over the fact that I briefly showed his not safe for work public Twitter account, using it to cite where I found certain images from that I obviously won't show in my video. Adam thinks that simply mentioning it and describing posts on it means I'm luring teen to 17-year-olds to pornographic content.
The frustrating part is that I made the argument publicly and then the stream went up where he tried to like recontextualize it. Like, oh no, my point was never this. It was actually this. And it's like, wait, what? Okay, that's cool. So he's already like sidestepped this in some capacity. I mean, he doesn't look good when he says it, right? Like he's still wrong, but he got at it. Like it probably would have hit harder if I didn't say it sooner and give him like the excuse to try to write 50 reasons on why the moral system and his bullshit made up drama thing doesn't track, I guess.
Which is,
can you stop pausing every 2 seconds? No.
for one,
Go watch the video.
I have a content warning at the beginning of all my videos. I've always had the mindset that older viewers are watching my content, which is why I've covered various risque topics over the years. Like
yeah, it's crazy. It's like I'm not really thinking of children watching my videos because, I mean, this is going to be a big shocker to you. I don't make content for 13-year-olds. I don't even consider the 13-year-olds' lived experience when watching my content. You know why? I don't make it for 13-year-olds and I don't want them watching.
disturbing websites.
Oh, why don't you age restrict your videos? Because I like money, because I want people to see the videos. Because if they get deboosted in the algorithm, it stops people who aren't logged in from viewing, which I think you have to start logging in now to see some of this stuff, right? So maybe that'll change in the future, but it has been the meta for years. It's like, I just want people to watch the videos.
Dark history, and more.
Also, even if I make it 18 plus, how many people are interacting with all these videos who've lied about their ages?
Various risque topics over the years, like disturbing websites, dark history, and more. It's just not something that comes across my mind, which is why I also don't bother censoring OnlyFans usernames. Second, Adam mentions himself that minors can't access his explicit content on Twitter, as he's enabled settings that block them from seeing it.
And I pointed out in the comments section the settings that I have enabled on these websites.
Yeah, he's talking about the actual direct website, which, okay, that's great, but your link is publicly available on Twitter. Like, you didn't even private it. You're not trying to verify ages anyway at all whatsoever. So anyone can just navigate there and then click onto the links to your porn. Now, again, if they can't find anything, then I think that kind of lends credibility to Rob's argument, right? Like, if you've done all your due diligence, then what are they going to find? But
as he's enabled settings that block them from seeing it.
And I pointed out in the comments section the settings that I have enabled on these websites ensure that if there are minors on the website, right, they don't have the ability to access it. And I tested this yesterday, by the way. I tested this. I created a fake account with like a year-old birthday or whatever, just to test this out.
Why do you think you'd need to do this? So what I did was I pretended I was a 13-year-old and I tried to watch my own porn. It's like, do you not trust the whatever? Okay, yeah, dude, this guy performed field test research to find out if the age verification on a generic site worked.
Did this? I created a fake account with like a year-old birthday or whatever, just to test this out, because I take this very seriously, right? I created an account on this website just to test it out. You cannot see any of the media displayed on my page, right?
So how would I be allowing members of my audience to access these materials if you've put restrictions in place to prevent that from happening?
Yeah, it's a good fucking question.
Makes no sense.
And again, why is it not a privated account that anyone can access?
Trust me.
Then the username wouldn't matter if it was privated and you did some form of age verification. Again, he has 2 furry accounts. YMS has a Twitter account, a furry Twitter account, and a, well, it's a bit worse than that. It's a furry porn account.
I don't want to lead my to that shit. I don't want poor little Timmy to stumble across videos where Adam is recreating Mr. Hands of Big Randy. And while yes, minors could lie about their age on Twitter to access this stuff, the same thing can't happen on YouTube with age-restricted videos. So his suggestion that I should do that wouldn't matter at all, as minors are always going to find ways to view this stuff. But Adam isn't exactly helping.
It's funny because if you compare the 2 videos, we looked at this before, but Rob has like a viewer discretion is advised warning. Like, obviously his intention isn't to bring this content to and he says like it's not suitable for people of all ages, right? And on Adam's Twitter account, right, it says /18. That's his age verification on his public facing Twitter, which we showed in a previous live stream. So it's funny that both of these people operate off the honor system, where neither of them are privating their video. Like Rob's Media is not age restricting his video, and Adam is not privating his Twitter, both of which are just saying, hey, kids don't watch this, which is a funny comparison, I think.
In this regard. The third reason this is dumb is because Adam has done exactly what he's accused me of, showing people in his audience where explicit materials can be found. He did it in a 2022 video where he watches the movie Prey, showing how to access a furry fetish site.
And again, after we pointed this out, he told us that it didn't matter and YouTube could take his video down if they have a problem and blah, 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 blah. But then he went back and blurred one letter when he was searching up the porn and like the thing his editor created. So if it really wasn't an issue, why did he go back and alter it?
People in his audience where explicit materials can be found. He did it in a 2022 video where he watches the movie Prey, showing how to access a furry fetish site.
Why can't they use a professional movie budget for CG for something that's actually worthwhile? Like pornography. Predator pornography. I should look some up right now.
No, don't do that. Oh yeah, see, this is the pre-blurred one. In the new video, or if you actually go back and watch the original video, he blurs the letter E as if that would then prevents this. Now, I'm obviously not like a fucking total schizo. I didn't know that this was a porn website. I did not know what E621 was. Seems like not a very easy, it just seems like a random number. I don't know what the reference is there. I guess that's like Rule 34.
I should look some up right now.
So the first time I covered this, I didn't know what that meant, and they had to tell me during the second episode that that was actually like the equivalent of typing Pornhub into the search.
None of these are what I wanted.
And then he showcases a bunch of blurred porn where you can clearly see, like you can make out what some of this stuff is. Right? You got some legs right here or something. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on.
See,
it's blurred. It's definitely blurred, but
they put aliens in there too. There's one with a demigorgon.
This is the guy saying you're like sending porn to kids too. Oh, full disclaimer, no kids watching. Get out of here.
The top one they have like weirdly human eyes. It's not bad animation though. Holy shit, one of these is 25 minutes long?
It's probably a...
And then he shows this, and again, I've mentioned this like 50 times. I've explained this. This is becoming the new Mold Mondays clip from Denims. But like, this is Samus Aran from the Nintendo game. Like, what are Nintendo games targeting specifically? Children. That's what Nintendo games are targeting. I understand like 40-year-old men are like, Pokemon was made for me, and I love Mario. But like, yeah, no, YouTube's making these for like 12 and 13-year-olds. Like, that's their intended audience. That's the Mario movie wasn't for you, Mr. 45-year-old fucking basement dweller. Okay, I mean, listen, I love them too. I'm gonna be getting Pokemon next week. I'm gonna be enjoying the fuck out of it. But it's a game that was probably made for 12-year-olds in mind and not me, and that's okay, right? But then what YMS's response to that critique is like, I mean, this isn't even real porn. It's just cartoon characters, and it's like, we're talking about 13-year-olds here. Who do you think these cartoons are for? Who do you think's familiar with all these characters that you're talking about? Well, it's not real porn, it's only cartoon. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of worse in your example, don't you think?
Stress signal coming from this ship. What the hell?
Yes, I'm searching up predator porn. That's how invested I am in the film.
By his own logic that he set up to demonize me, this must make Adam a groomer, right? Well, according to him...
Nope, actually, he's decided from that point on he's going to actually, he's going to be just poisoning the well back.
Him in his video response. It's okay because he wasn't showing a specific page on there, just a website where you can find them.
I don't describe any of it. It's not on screen, right?
Oh yeah, it's not on screen, right? No.
And then one of my editors, who made this edited version of the video, decided, okay, we're going to make this into a little joke. They put the words E621, which is not a specific page that leads to these images.
Isn't this funny, though, how the goalpost shifts as soon as he gets caught doing like something that would be a hypocrisy? All of a sudden, no, you don't understand. You don't understand the nature of my argument. Actually, everything that makes your clip bad,
watching Nicholas DeOrio.
everything that makes your clip bad is all the stuff that's like not in my clip. My clip's good. If you just did what I did, you'd be fine.
Right? This is just a vague. This is like saying, "Oh, Pornhub exists," right? I don't even know if the images there were like
Nicholas
from
the
E621.
Goat. Thank you for the $5.
Thank you.
Could have been on fucking, I don't know, Rule 34. Like, you're allowed to say Rule 34 in a video, right?
You're allowed to do like all this in a video. You know? I mean, when the video went down from YouTube, and again, age restricted and stuff, it was during the null segment where they were reading like graphic shit. That was where they didn't stop you from showing a blurred Twitter account. That's not why YouTube took it down.
Describe.
We're operating in this extremely weird scenario that YMS has concocted to attempt to call Rob a groomer.
Rule 34. Like, you're allowed to say Rule 34 in a video, right? I didn't describe any of these these images beyond saying, "Oh, a demi."
I'm sorry, H3, please. This is our last day of animal-related hijinks.
Gorgons in one. Haha, that's
no more animal-related hijinks.
Funny. I'm referencing that a website exists, right? Just saying, haha, funny porn. And then there's some images that are so censored that I don't even know if they're porn. Like, legit, like, I don't even know. Because they're censored to the degree where, like, you can't tell, and that's the point, right?
I mean, this is ridiculous, dude.
Where, like, there's no sex... there was no sex acts in the images anyway. It was just, like... The context of that image would have been, oh, they're just posing. There weren't even any sex acts in the images that were heavily censored.
Okay, but it's...
Oh, so now the line is sex acts. This is like the Onision thing again. It's like, well, how do you make a naked picture not sexual? And it's like, well, you ever been to a nude beach or whatever? It's like, dude, so you're saying if they don't explicitly showcase some animal getting like in the ass, then that's like totally A-okay? That's such a weird... Is that not like an extremely weird line to try and draw? Well, in my video, I was getting in the ass. In this case, it's just like a fucking... It's like a dolphin going fucking full... Okay, whatever.
There weren't even any sex acts in the images that were heavily censored.
Okay, but it's clearly pornography. You refer to it as predator porn, you fucking homunculoid. I didn't even show censored porn in my video. I just mentioned the existence of your account to mock you. Context which he is well aware of. There's also this part to one of his Twitter responses, where he says leading people to real pornography is not as bad as drawn pornography, even though both are porn at the end of the day. I'm not surprised he made this argument.
Again though, like, it's colorful animals. Do you not see why that... Okay.
Seeing this is the same guy who plays devil's advocate for Lolicon. Another difference in his eyes is that him showing off this website is clearly a joke, but mine isn't because, well, the joke is on him.
It's not in the context of, let's shame this person, right?
Nicholas, oh my god, dude, one of the statutes of grooming in the DOTS test is gonna pop up and it's gonna be like, listen, were you trying to be mean when you were grooming them? He was saying really mean, unsavory things about me. That's what makes it super grooming.
The site is clearly a joke, but mine isn't because, well, the joke is on him.
It's not in the context of, let's shame this person, right? It's not in that context. It's in the context of...
Your Honor, my groomer was being nice, all right?
Haha, this movie is so boring that I'm going to look up porn.
He doesn't like the fact that it's not safe for work Twitter account.
We need to stop dogpiling YMS. He's probably enjoying it. Nubcat. Why is your name Nubcat when you say that? That's awful. I actually disavow that.
Right? It's not in that context. It's in the context of...
Yeah, it's only grooming if you're laughing at me.
This movie's so boring that I'm going to look up porn.
He doesn't like the fact that his not safe for work Twitter account was brought up because Nicholas DeOrio and I kink-shamed him.
Why was it important for you to knowingly direct mouse towards 18 plus accounts of myself within the context of kink shaming and describing in detail who's going into what hole and what race they are, and saying here...
Every second we spend talking about this bogus grooming thing is a second that we're not talking about all of YMS's weird animal-related arguments. And that's why we're having this discussion. Just to blow up the entire room on this one. The reason why that, like, the first 9 minutes of this video exists, the reason why I've had to do multiple streams about it, is it's a fucking a smoke grenade. Like you'd throw in the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta. Guess what, motherfuckers? I'm playing that first. It's like the Black Ops 7 beta. If you throw a smoke grenade in the room, our hands are currently in the Rob's Media is not a groomer thing, which is preventing, I guess, everyone from checking out all these various YMS clips that have aged horrendously and are still horrendous to this day.
In detail, who's going into what hole and what race they are, and saying here is where you should go find them. Why was that important to you?
It wasn't important. I just wanted to kink shame you because it's funny to me. You're a public figure, Adam. You've spent your 15+ year long career giving opinions on controversial subjects. If you're going to do that and post videos of yourself getting blacked on Twitter, people like me are gonna mock you for that.
Dude, porn, it's SpongeBob! It's SpongeBob porn!
Womp womp, loser. If you don't want to be made fun of like this, stop revealing so many details of your personal life. You're a fucking movie reviewer, dude.
For 2 years of my life, I tried to oppress it. It wound up with me getting addicted to fucking...
Is Rob's Media gamer from Mars in disguise? I could hear the voice thing. They have like a similar speaking pattern, Willie.
Dude.
For 2 years of my life, I tried to oppress it. It wound up with me getting addicted to fucking cocaine and crystal meth.
That's great. I'm sorry, I missed this. I clearly missed something. I don't even remember him saying that.
So many details of your personal life. You're a fucking movie reviewer, dude.
For 2 years of my life, I tried to oppress it. It wound up with me getting addicted to fucking cocaine and crystal meth. Like, that was not fun, but I'm a strong person.
Like, all these dramas are blending in.
Like, I'm a fucking sub. Like, I literally can't get off to people that don't want me.
We know, dude. All it takes is one look at you. Now, at the end of the day, I don't actually think Adam gives a fuck about child safety. He just wants to discredit my video before anyone can see it by attacking my character. I mean, this guy is retweeting people who are calling me a pedo. Oh, and what a shock.
What does that say?
My character. I mean, this guy...
It sounds like they're knowingly distributing porn to minors. That's pedophile behavior, and I don't like pedophiles. They weren't. They mentioned that Adam had an 18+ account where he commissioned porn of Scar. How is that distributing porn to minors? Seems like a very big fucking stretch. About as much of a stretch as using 9-year-old clips. Oh, I'm sorry. Did they hurt your feelings when we talked about all those weird clips of takes you had with animals? Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll just retweet this. Slandering. Okay, whatever.
It's retweeting people who are calling me a pedo. Oh, and what a shock. The person who's saying this is a Destiny Glazer. They're defending him against his actual admission to having CSAM material. But no, I'm the pedo for mentioning Adam doing porn.
Ooh.
Yet despite lying about me multiple times regarding this, he's whining about how I won't pin his lengthy essay under my video. Oh, and he wants me to heart it as well. Yeah, let me heart the comment where he slanders me as a groomer. The fact that I wouldn't do this drove him insane, as he DM'd me, begging for his schizo meltdown to be pinned. But this wasn't the reason why I blocked.
Wait, what did that say? I didn't see that. For your information, I'm typing up a comment for your video that should be sent after tonight or tomorrow. Let me know if you can pin it for the sake of transparency. Thanks. Alright, so, any update on that pinned comment or removing the part where you're directing minors to nude images of myself? Not sure what the holdup is here.
He DM'd
This guy is so insufferably annoying, bro.
begging for his schizo meltdown.
Hey, just wanted to do an update on that whole you being a pedophile thing. I was just wondering if you planned on removing the pornography from your video.
To be pinned. But this wasn't the reason
That's not what he said, just for full disclosure.
why I blocked
It's just so insufferable the way he says it.
him. I did so because he went as far as requesting to follow my girlfriend on Instagram.
What? What?
Seemingly in order to send her a DM too. Buddy, she doesn't want to talk to you. She's busy playing Overwatch.
I didn't even know this guy had a girlfriend. Dude, ultimate girlfriend review?
In order to send her a DM too. Buddy, she doesn't want to talk to you. She's busy playing Overwatch. This to me crossed a bit of a line.
You're dating dude, you're dating the ghost of Two Man. That's crazy. Yo, 20 gifted, thank you.
She doesn't want to talk to you. She's
Nick?
busy playing
I
Overwatch.
really like you.
This to me
Dude, Rob is dating the ghost of Two Man. That's insane.
crossed a bit of a line, and I've had no interest in directly engaging with him since. And really, there is no point in doing that.
Thank you, fake name.
Shout out to Nicholas
He'd rather
DeOrio.
smear me as a groomer because he thinks it's a funny meme.
The guy who made the video refused to pin my comment for transparency. And yes, in that comment, I say, this is grooming behavior, and I call him out in all caps, and I do a little schizo shit, right? I was asked...
Dude, that's so crazy, too. We watched this part when it came out. You know, I do some schizo shit. I'm ass mad sometimes, too. And we went over in the last stream why, like, his statement and his defense of this was even crazy.
Yes, in that comment, I say, this is grooming behavior, and I call him out in all caps, and I do a little
I think, what was the quote? Like, I'm seriously invested in canceling you right now.
schizo shit, right? I was ass mad because I was typing this as I was at TIFF, in between fucking, running around watching
That was the Rick and Morty moment.
4 movies a day. In my comments, in the exact same thread, I give the most charitable interpretation.
Yeah, dude, so I showed this last night on stream, but this is a bit of it, right? Not enough people know that you're directing minors to pornographic images. And then it's like, and since you're inevitably going to whine about whether or not that statement is being made accurately, here's the most charitable version for you, a courtesy that you do not afford others. You at the absolute very least knew uploading a video with detailed descriptions of pornographic material that you deem to be immoral, an image showing what the page looks like, instructions on how to find it and access it. You uploaded this in the video, specifically left the box unchecked. Okay, so he's explained this, right? There's children here. This is the more charitable interpretation of it. YMS is right, correct? Well, no, because the next sentence is, this is objectively immoral, irresponsible groomer behavior. It is way more degenerate than anything you've accused me of by far. So again, Rob is accusing him of being a zoophile and wanting to fuck animals in this video. So he's saying by Rob's standards of what he's accusing him for, this action is worse than being in support of or wanting to fuck an animal yourself. Yeah, it's literally claim, hey, look what a good guy I am. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And then objectively worse statement directly after. Seriously, imagine if I did the same thing. You'd absolutely be calling attention to it and sending your 13-year-old audience to harass me. You would not care about excuses. You would try to connect the dots.
I go, here's exactly what you did, and it's not a quippy soundbite. It's not a fucking meme, right? So anybody who's like, oh, wait, they showed porn to minors, in the same thread goes, oh, okay, that's what he meant. Even on Twitter, it's like within the same fucking thread.
There's no use in arguing with him. He'd rather misinterpret things than lie. I made this clear in my original video. By the way, this conversation would go on for multiple days. To give Noel some criticism, he shouldn't have even tried engaging with this guy. Adam is never going to change his position. Noel should have just called him a dog fucker and left it at that. Now I'm sure you're well aware that my original video was briefly taken down on YouTube, and I do think Adam had something to do with it. He claims that showing a screenshot—
Again, Adam did not file a DMCA copyright strike. I see people say that all the time. It's not correct, and I want to explicitly say that. What Adam did do was go on Twitter and whine and cry about, oh, this video breaks YouTube's TOS, and then a few hours later, it went down, okay? I do think that that was, like, the intended effect of what he did. I think that was what his goal was, to point out, oh, delete this or YouTube's going to take it down. Then I think his fans went and flagged the video. That's what I think happened.
Shot of his NSFW Twitter account.
I think that was a bit of a dog whistle, but whatever.
Violates YouTube's community guidelines, despite no actual pornographic content being shown. I also never linked to it, as some have claimed. But coincidentally, only a few hours after Adam released this Twitter—
Yeah, it's a dog whistle. Yeah, it's a dog whistle. Woof, woof. Okay? Woof!
Statement, my video was taken down.
Suspicious.
However, YouTube claimed it was for showing a clip of Noel reading one of Adam's own Reddit posts, where he defends bestiality.
Who wrote Ultimate Not Review in the fucking—
The funny thing was, the video where I got that clip from was still up, though it was age restricted. So I told Sensitive Society, who also made a video on this, to take his video down so he wouldn't risk getting a warning or a strike from YouTube. Adam would—
Wait, so what did he say it's for? I missed that. At 8:58. I thought the 8:58 video was the null clip, right?
Noel reading one of Adam—
Yeah, that's why I, like, blurred what was on the screen. I censored what— Like, when I got to this part, I censored that.
YouTube claimed it was for showing a clip of Noel reading one of Adam's own Reddit posts, where he defends bestiality. The funny thing was, the video where I got that clip from was still up, though it was age restricted. So I told Sensitive Society, who also made a video on this, to take his video down so he wouldn't risk getting a warning or a strike from YouTube. Adam would go on to brag about the videos being taken—
Yeah, and then he went publicly. It was like, oh, look, this video's deleted, this video's private. Like, he was celebrating the videos not being publicly available anymore.
Down, lying by omission to—
Quote tweeting what I think was when he said, like, oh, this is violating YouTube's TOS. It's like, why do you think, like, like, this was obviously your intended outcome by making that statement?
Make it seem like we took our videos down willingly. Though luckily, mine did go back up, but it is age restricted. Adam claims I'm making this all up, saying that it's common for YouTube to give the incorrect reason for a video removal.
And
Oh my god, it's common that they fuck it up, dude.
And in his community post,
they give you direct timestamps. It was a mistake.
He's saying that it was dinged for a completely other reason, and Nick just kind of believes him on that.
Yes! Because why would YouTube take him down for showing a public, unprivated Twitter account? That's insane.
he shows that like, oh, the timestamp's wrong on the.
Bro, I could pull up a picture of Anissa Jomha's OnlyFans right now. Okay, if there's anything overtly sexual, like if she's like naked, I don't think she's naked anywhere. But like, at worst, I would have to censor any like lewd image in the banner. But I can just show you a link to her OnlyFans in the video, and I probably still would be okay if I'm critiquing her.
On the thing that they sent, which has happened to me a billion times. Like anybody has been.
Actually, I don't know. With OnlyFans, YouTube might be weird. I think you can't link directly to OnlyFans, but I think you can show a screenshot.
And on YouTube would know. Like if you get like any kind of like.
Dude, Nick's terrorist threat.
Strike from YouTube, or, you know, if you get anything from YouTube, more often than not, the timestamp's wrong, right? When I got dinged for having like 9/11 footage in one of my videos as a joke, like way back when, I had to surf around because the timestamp.
Wait, so okay, listen to why this is wrong. Listen to why this is wrong right here.
9/11 footage, right? When I got dinged for having like 9/11 footage in one of my videos as a joke, like way back when.
Okay, but like way back when we didn't have the functionality on the site that we have right now. Yeah, when they age restrict one of my videos, or they like put yellow ads on one of my videos and I review it and it comes back as not suitable for advertisers, they like give direct timestamps. That's just how the fucking site works now. In a manual review, they send you back the timestamp and they tell you what you broke. Sometimes that timestamp sucks and it's like, well, from 8 minutes to 2 hours and 45 minutes, we think that this breaks the policy on blah, 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 blah. But like, I don't know, they give you timestamps explicitly and tell you why they took videos down. And this is a more recent feature. So no, you can't compare this to like way back when your 9/11 video was removed.
I had to surf around because the timestamp they provided, I was like, what? That just leads to a random thing. What? And then you have to surf.
Well, okay, but in your anecdotal fucking argument, it's not like it doesn't jive with my actual lived experience, you know? When I interact with these things constantly, and I get videos either taken down, demonetized, or something, I constantly get timestamps that line up with, oh yeah, that's why that happened, on multiple different channels. I had this happen on my other channel as well, right? Like, they give you timestamps to work with, and they've always been accurate for me. At least they have since they've kind of overhauled and revamped their system.
And be like, oh, okay, this is probably the issue. Either Rob doesn't understand that, or he's coping and lying. It's kind of weird.
Or maybe that was the case.
Dude, it's either Rob doesn't understand the fact that fucking 6 years ago when they took down this 9/11 video, the timestamp was wrong. So maybe he just doesn't realize that YouTube's wrong all the time through my anecdotal argument, or maybe he's just a malicious liar. Chat, what do you think? What do you think he is?
Years ago? But if my video was removed for showing that Twitter username, then why is the claim for audio and not visual content? How about read the fucking screenshot, you stuck-up little cunt? And how about you admit to wanting my video removed or restricted so less people can see it? You're very afraid of this becoming mainstream, but all this did was enable—
And like, what is he gonna say to that? I am not afraid of these arguments. As he writes 7,000 essays, fucking goes, oh, I'll upload one in 2 weeks. I don't know what the fuck he's like, yeah, I might upload my video 2 weeks from now or something, or maybe sooner. And then like within 2 or 3 days of my thing, his stream highlight went up, right? Like, if he had responded that quickly, I probably would have delayed the video, but he's telling me it could be a week or two out.
Well, the Streisand effect.
This guy went like super fucking
Adam's
hard.
other main tactic against me was to downplay the severity of my video without directly showing my arguments. It once again reminded me of Vosh, specifically his livestream response to Ethan Klein, where he never actually shows any clips. Adam actually does something similar. Not once in his hour-and-a-half long response video does he show a clip from my video. Instead,
it's not even that he doesn't show a clip from Rob's video. He doesn't show a clip from anything that he has said. That's like, he doesn't go back and go, oh, so this thing that they're talking about is out of context. Here's the additional context. He doesn't do that either. And he also doesn't show anything from my stream that he spends a decent chunk of the video crying about. It's just like an hour of yap.
He yaps on and on about how I'm bad faith, while giving vague, shitty examples. He claims I left out context about why he argued with Null, the owner of Kiwi Farms.
The context that was left out of the original video is that I'm not arguing about Kara the Wolf.
And I had to correct this because he just lied.
I'm only in there because I was mentioned in the video because people were comparing me. I think it was Null himself. Like, this is a long time ago. I was only in there because people were trying to connect the dots like Rob.
Yet if you watch my original video, I do explain the context. The funniest instance of this is when Adam started an argument with Null, the owner of Kiwi Farms, after he uploaded a video in late 2018 talking about the zoo sadist, Wolf. In that video,
Well, I don't know if YMS is just like,
he makes the
I don't know if YMS is just malicious or stupid, dude.
claim that Adam is part of the growing normalization for fucking dogs. The one time he does actually add context,
Like, that's so funny.
Nicholas,
How could you be wrong about that?
movie review drama you wanted.
Oh, you were finally reviewing the movies, yes.
it only makes him look worse. When I brought up Adam engaging with Shadman on Twitter, he adds on worthless excuses.
As soon as he drew Keemstar's daughter, that was the situation where he was no longer doing things that involved consensual adults. He was involving people that were not consensual adults.
Oh, I already know what's gonna happen because we figured this out on the stream. Everyone lock and load. This argument is bad. Watch this.
Talking about growing only makes him look worse. When I brought up Adam engaging with Shadman on Twitter, he adds on worthless excuses.
As soon as he drew Keemstar's daughter, that was the situation where he
As soon as he drew Keemstar's daughter, it was over.
was no longer doing things that involved consensual
No
adults. He was
more.
involving
That was
people
it.
that were not
Yep.
consensual adults. That's a clear line that was crossed. I don't think I ever defended that ever, right? I don't know. I don't think there's any interactions of me and him after that point, and if there were, I probably didn't know about that.
Yeah, he interacted with Shadman twice after this. The second occurrence was dug up and archived by a Kiwi Farms user following this response stream. He's giving himself plausible deniability.
So what did he say after? Oh, when are you guys gonna draw and animate 4K images of my horse persona getting ass by Scar from The Lion King? Yes, this is after. You know that whole fucking spiel he just went on? This was after. Yeah. My knowledge of animal peril pales in comparison to yours. At Shadbase. Damn right.
Archived by a Kiwi Farms user following this response stream. He's giving himself plausible deniability here, and he then downplays the interaction I show.
Keep in mind though, The Lion King is for adults, okay? There are no kids watching The Lion King.
He's giving himself plausible deniability here, and he then downplays the interaction I showcased in my video.
I think there's literally two interactions, and both of them were me not responding just directly to him, but you can see like 3 other people tagged in all of these, because there was a big comment thread, and then I would make a joke. I made a joke like, "Heh, draw my horse persona getting railed by Scar," or whatever.
That's so funny because he's referring to the message that we just looked at, which also happened to be after the thing that he said that he didn't think he did. That's very funny to me. I'm sorry.
Self-deprecating.
Funny joke. If he didn't have someone draw the exact same thing for you years later.
What?
Nick is terrible. If you saw the stream I archived, you'd feel the same, except the archive is in my 86th comment in Rob's video. So trust me, bro.
Wait.
Alongside not showing clips, Adam has downplayed his past statements in his Twitter response.
Yeah, it's on his account where he actually has that image. Again, I can't see it. I don't know.
Deniability here.
I don't recommend you look at it, to be clear. Even if you're an adult, I don't recommend it.
And he then downplays the interaction I showcased in my video.
I think there's literally 2 interactions, and both of them were me.
Yeah, it's like maybe he didn't notice Shadman was there. Oh, when you're talking about in the art thing, he didn't see that one of the artists was Shadman. That's fine. Well, why did he, like 3 months later, directly at Shadman when it came to animals again, right? Like, if he claims he knew that, that was the big fucking tipping point. Everyone knew about that.
Never in my recommendations. Regardless, I am here. Let's go.
Maybe he was lying. Yeah, he probably was lying. Yeah.
Not responding just...
I don't know. I think the other day somebody sent me a screenshot that we were YouTube featured. So it constantly battles between not in recommended or in YouTube featured.
Directly to him, but...
Damn
You care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Thank you.
Hey, Nick. I'm kinda autistic. And I know you don't design the wiggle, but the text. Formatting.
Oh, so what the text is on the Dream Big t-shirt is that was actual merch that Shelbo was selling. It's Shelbo merch. She was like, oh, I'm dropping a new hoodie, and it was that.
You can see like 3 other people tagged in all of these, because there was a big comment thread, and then I would make a joke. I made a joke like, "Heh, draw my horse persona getting railed by Scar," or whatever. Self-deprecating.
Funny joke. If he didn't have someone draw the exact same thing for you years later. Alongside not showing clips, Adam has downplayed his past statements in his Twitter response. He wrote, 10 to 15 years ago, I shared my personal perspective on various controversial moral philosophical issues. And because I was in my early 20s, I didn't phrase myself as well as I would have today.
Yeah, this is like a little frustrating for me personally because he's acting like this is a hit piece slanderous video. But then simultaneously, when it comes time to defend or debate these arguments, he keeps saying like, well, there's not really much I disagree with. I would just word it differently now. And it's like an admission that he'd be hiding his power level. That's how I perceive it. Is that not how you're perceiving that comment? It sounds like he's like, well, I know better than to tell you how I feel about this now.
I pointed out in my video that he was still making these statements as recent as a year ago, though he spends his new response.
Otherwise, he would just be straight up disavowing it or explaining why he's like completely wrong.
Video that he was still making these statements as recent as a year ago, though he spends his new response restating them in a more palatable and optics-friendly way.
People have asked me, how is it possible for an animal to consent to a human being?
You know, that's crazy because nobody's ever asked me that before. Ever. Thought did not cross my mind until I watched this video. Chat, has anybody ever just come up and asked you that before?
Asked me, how is it possible?
People keep asking me, why do I have worse nails than Frogan?
Optics-friendly way.
People have asked me, how is it possible for an animal to consent to a human being?
Nick just started insulting.
Dude, like, if we ever make a rap song on the channel,
Man,
that's gonna be in the
this
intro.
Adam guy is one sick puppy. I mean lion. I mean horse. I mean, fuck it. He's just sick.
Thank you. Could you, like, dude, Eminem's gonna be like, a lot of people ask me how the fucking animal consents to a human being. Like at the beginning of his next song.
How is it possible for an animal to consent to a human being, right? And my answer was the same way it consents to another animal. Now, people have interpreted that as me saying animals want to have sex with human beings and therefore it's all good or whatever. People have interpreted that
Nick
as me
just started insulting me viciously.
They're sending donations to stop this guy.
Hi, Nick. I just watched a grown man on a lot of drugs take off his hospital gown, his only garment, and proceed to get tackled by security. How's your night going?
My night's going great. Thank you for delaying this fucking clip. Because this clip sucks. What has happened? Willie had no idea about... Willie's finding out that YMS is fucking insane right now in like the 8th video.
As me saying animals want to have sex with human beings and therefore it's all good or whatever.
Dude, you're looking for like, what is this guy's take on like... I don't know, I can't even think of a movie. What is this guy's take on Jurassic Park Rebirth? Oh, let's check in on YMS. I think he's covering it right now.
Want to have sex with human beings and therefore it's all good or whatever.
Fuck!
People have interpreted that as me saying all actions, you know, sexually towards animals are permissible because of that.
What do you think about Squid Game Season 3?
That is not my position. My position is that, sure, it's possible, right? So when someone presents me with a, this is 1000% not possible, and I go, okay, well, it's probably possible.
Despite this, does
this guy not review movies? No, I review rapes.
Still claims there are ways that animals can consent to humans, meaning he hasn't learned jack shit. He claims that he was always speaking from an animal's version.
This video is slander, but all the points in it I still agree with, just to be clear. And if you fight me on them, it's because I haven't given you the correct optical version of the take. Hold on, if I just explain this 16 different ways with a different eye for optics each and every time, eventually he'll agree with me.
Of consent, meaning he's implying that standard to humans.
It's not informed.
See, this guy watched Squid Game and turned it off when it wasn't a home video of the deep, okay?
Of consent. Meaning he hasn't learned jack shit. He claims that he was always speaking from an animal's version of consent, meaning he's implying that standard to humans.
It's not informed consent, right? It's not the human standard of consent. I was only ever...
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
The human standard. I'm sorry, we haven't locked in on that one yet. That kind of went past me the first 6 times watching this video. Dude, I can't. I can't. Thank you.
There's a KFC in Yemen.
Oh, God.
Hey, Nick, quite far behind because I've been working. Now, this is going to be a bit of a downer, but after what happened in the UK on Thursday, it's been black pilling. As YMS would
I'm
say,
sorry
thank
to
you
hear
for
that.
keeping Melly spirits up.
Hell yeah, keep it going over there. YMS turned off the show when they said we're not horses. Yeah, so did Vosh. Holy fuck, dude. But you guys, you heard about the if you were watching YouTube drama like 4 years ago, you learned all about the high school context, okay?
Right? It's not the human standard of consent.
Now we're gonna be learning about the human standard of consent, dude. First there was the high school context, now there's the human standard of consent.
Orbiter, Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Oh no. What could have ever prompted this topic? I'm glad you asked. Willie, what could have ever prompted this topic? Apparently, it's just one singular guy shitting on him in chat.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
Here, Willie, you want to hear a more unfiltered version of all these talking points? It's in the Nicandros video, right? He's like, yeah, no, I never said any of this stuff. So this is him playing, not Resident Evil. Here you go.
I'm not a support of animal. I'm a support of consensual supporter of consensual.
Thank you to Nick Andros for finding this.
I don't encourage it. I'm not gonna convince someone to try it. I've never tried it. I don't intend on ever trying it, but I recognize that people exist that will live their whole lives with an urge to do something like that, and meanwhile, while every other person on the planet gets to fulfill their eternal psychological, emotionally / physically.
Rob shows this. Well, if he doesn't show the whole clip, I'll play the rest because it's all in here.
I was only ever talking about the perspective of the animal, which people.
Wait, that's crazy that I just played those two clips back to back like that. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to play those two clips back to back.
Is this really lolly?
Willie's like, I've never even heard the word zoophilia before.
Who get really fucking emotional about this, just forget. Or don't have the ability to wrap their heads around, right?
Later in the stream, he quadruples down on his take that there are certain circumstances where it's okay for bestiality to occur.
To reiterate, having sex with children is bad.
Yeah! Let's go! Good take! Keep it up! Keep it up!
I don't want to see people having sex with animals.
Alright, okay!
I would prefer people not to.
Okay, yeah, alright.
I would say in most cases it's
you're starting to
probably bad. There's some ways in which it's probably not that bad.
Okay. Oh no.
I don't know.
Nicholas.
Maybe not worth throwing someone in jail over again.
No.
I'm glad Rob, you, and others are covering Adam's degeneracy. I've known about his horrible takes for a couple of years, and it's satisfying to see his past catch up with him.
Is Dark Vibe AU a virgin?
Dude, he fumbled it.
I am not.
Dude,
Why would so many people be Googling that?
I can't.
I didn't watch the Nicandros video yet, but I know it's good because Adam wrote a whole long novel in the video comments.
No, maybe not worth throwing.
Dude, you know what this is right now? It's the metaphorical Cleveland falling out of the house after it gets smashed. Like he's sitting in the bathtub right now.
It's probably
not
that bad. I don't know. Maybe not worth throwing someone in jail over again.
Fuck, bro.
This is a scientific thing. Shouldn't be controversial.
What do you mean by that?
Despite this guy saying over and over again that he doesn't support zoophilia, he always seems to allow exceptions. And then a little bit.
Yeah, and then Nick Andros uploaded his video and he's like, this is not the one on Mutahar that will be releasing soon. And then his whole chat's like, what the fuck? And they're like,
Somebody named Nick Andros sent me a link to his old Silent Hill 2 playthrough, where he gives a hypothetical about quote-unquote consensual zoophilia.
Goats are farm animals. I don't see anything wrong with having sex with a goat.
What?
They're farm animals. I don't see anything wrong with having.
All right, is that one out of context?
A goat.
Thank you for the Nicholas the Goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
Where he gives a hypothetical.
No, Rob, don't invoke that. Don't invoke that.
Call about quote-unquote consensual zoophilia.
Goats are farm animals. I don't see anything wrong with.
Should I make a rare donation sound effect where it's like Nicholas the Goat, thank you for the $5, that it just continues on going, goats are farm animals. I don't think there's an issue having sex with goats.
2 playthrough, where he gives
like a rare donation sound that only shows up every so often.
A hypothetical about quote-unquote consensual zoophilia.
Goats are farm animals. I don't see anything wrong with having sex with a goat. You should be able to rape a goat.
What? Dude, I'm so tired of debate bro culture. This is the biggest problem with it. Dude, debate bros will be like, actually, I'm making a hyper-specific veganistic critique of the current, the meat industry, the meat packing industry. What you're not understanding from the clip that you currently watch, where I spend 96% of the time salivating over the thought of mounting and fucking a gas, 2% of that was actually dedicated to my hatred of big farms and their mistreatment of animals. I know that I spent 98% of the conversation just talking about how awesome it would be to like fuck a rhinoceros in the ass. But what you're actually not understanding is the nuance of the discussion. That's every debate, bro. You sit here, you talk about animals for 98% of the broadcast, but then you tie it back to fucking farms and you're like, all right, but the real issue, by the way, is the mistreatment of animals.
We should be able to a goat if you're able to eat them.
Nick the Prophet? Bro, it's not even a prediction. It's every fucking debate in this entire sector of the internet for the last 6 years. It started with the incest debate, then it turned to Vosh sitting there doing a monologue on child porn just so we can write it back to be like, you guys shouldn't be eating chocolate and holding cell phones. Dude, it's this whole fucking community of like, I'm so smart, I look so good, let me stand in front of my audience and say things that make you sound like a pedophile, rapist, child molesting animal fucker, okay? And then turn those guys on my side. It's the ultimate debate tactic. Right? I'm so sick and tired of this fucking small brain debate bullshit.
Currency. Which animals should you not be able to? Humans. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm not a support of animal. I'm a support of consensual. Supporter of consent.
YMS has posted a response on Twitter. Of course he has. We will review it.
I don't encourage it.
Okay, but like, yeah, that's where you lose, right? Well, here's the factory farm thing. Let's pull it off factory farm and then say like the worst thing possible.
I'm a support of consensual supporter of consensual zoophilia. I don't encourage it. I'm not gonna convince someone to try it. I've never tried it. I don't intend on ever trying it.
Muted, I have to show this to you. I have to stop the video and I have to show this to you because I reacted to it. You need to hear my reaction to it. Okay, I'm sorry. I just took a look. Thank God I didn't open it up and start reading yet. You missed like 3 seconds. It's fine. So he posted this whole thing just now and he cut off the comments so you can't engage with it. But I read the first line and he's finally done it. He's finally done it. To clarify for people who need it, all animal abuse is bad, whether sexual or otherwise. All sex with animals should be discouraged, regardless of perceived hypocrisies. If I could choose a world where no one is having sex with animals, I would choose that world. So, for now, we're not going to read anything else he said. Surely he can't fumble, but that is a strong starting point. You could critique the fact that he's like, for people who need to hear it, because that would be everyone who's ever watched a clip of his that doesn't come directly from his audience. But if we stop it right there, it sounds great. He has finally conceded to the animals should not be raped argument. There we go. All right. We'll see the rest though. We'll see the rest. Okay. We will find out more. All right. Now don't let these words discourage you because Adam has finally disavowed sex with
Celia. I don't encourage it. I'm not going to convince someone to try it. I've never tried it. I don't intend on ever trying it. But I recognize that people exist that will live their whole lives with an urge to do something like that.
Dude, this guy felt genuine awe for the people who's like they have one tear in their eye. You ever see what is the Goodbye Boulders thing? Hold on, let me find the Goodbye Boulders commercial. It's Goodbye Horse. Oh no. Oh no.
We should be able to a goat. You're able to eat them. They're literally currency. Which animals should you not be able to? Humans. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm not a support of animal. I'm a support of consensual order of
Yes! This is hitting!
consensual.
I'm a fucking
I don't
DJ!
encourage it. I'm not gonna convince someone to try it. I've never tried it. I don't intend on ever trying it. But I recognize that people exist that will live their whole lives with an urge to do something like that. And meanwhile, while every other gets to fulfill their eternal psychological, emotionally / physically driven urges, these other people on the planet that are attracted to the wrong thing somehow aren't able to do that, despite not harming animals in any way that they wouldn't be harmed through any other non-sexual activity.
Tell me right now that that was not perfect, dude. That was perfect. Holy shit, dude.
Person on the planet gets to fulfill their eternal psychological.
YMS let his dog. No, YMS has not let his dog. And thank you for hitting the goal. You guys have heard another goal. All right. YMS has not been accused of any sort of actual direct relations with animals.
Emotionally / physically driven urges. These other people on the planet that are attracted to the wrong.
Dude, he's like in his mind, he's sobbing over the people who want to fuck animals, but society just won't let them. Tell me that's not what your fucking perception is of this. It has nothing to do with factory farms, bro. He's sitting here being like, dude, there are people who've been kink shamed for their lust of animals. Fucking
video.
Yeah, it's what he sounds like. He's like, pour one out for my homies who can't ride their fucking hamster.
Driven urges. These other people on the planet that are attracted to the wrong thing somehow aren't able to do that,
Nicholas
despite
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
not harming animals
It puts the
in
horses in the bin or else it gets the hose again. YMS. Probably.
any way that
say something
they
to you,
wouldn't
Nick?
be harmed
I really like
through any other
Why?
non-sexual activity, you know? To suggest that there's no such thing as consensual human / animal is to be.
I like the part where he's
I just
talking
saw
about
Keffels
the
tweet.
factory farms here.
Nicholas DeOrio.
The most
Dude, the kiwi farms isn't even real. It's the factory farms that are the real issue.
naive person on the fucking planet. Dogs try to hump your fucking leg. That's all the evidence I need. I don't have to have sex with an animal to know that animals don't have
I liked Null from Kiwi Farms and his website until I found out he supported factory farming.
the same type of reservations that human beings do when it comes to sex. If it feels good, they're probably okay with it. If they try to bite you or run away, that's probably a sign that they're not okay with it. So the argument that, oh, you can't.
If they bite you and try to run away, they're probably not okay if you fucking put your dick in the
Nick
owl.
just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Oh my god, dude. The
How
owl
is it
flew
that
away
gameplay
from
of Silent Hill is playing but the commentary over it is the real horror?
Oh god. You're a wizard, Harry. I'm a what? You're a wizard, Harry. This dude, YMS's favorite part of this video.
got one, you got a fucking owl, it'll deliver your meal. Deal with it, you twat. I'm gonna fucking put my dick in the owl.
And then YMS got like a tear coming down his eye because society will always look down upon him.
Can't tell if it's consenting or not, even though it's clearly enjoying itself. Okay, such bullshit. I can't believe people. I can't believe how much of society is just dictated by people saying, I don't like it, or ick, that's gross, or they're not a part of my tribe.
Society wins again, boys! Society wins again!
Just dictated by people saying, I don't like it, or ick, that's gross, or they're not a part of my tribe. It's disgusting. to
What's
me.
the name
It's
of
disgusting.
the guy?
Dude,
the
it's
Keemstar Orbiter?
bro, that's
Nick
the
Oreo.
real disgusting
Mr.
aspect to
Oreo.
this whole scenario. Society has decided that you can't fucking... you can't rape your fucking bunny rabbit.
To me, human animal sex is not nearly as disgusting as the mentality that discriminates against people who have never abused animals that are attracted to.
No, you don't get it. So this is actually about factory farms.
Philia laws. I'll say this again. I went on this same rant in like 20 other videos. Philia laws are laws that exist that only affect people that are consensually having sex with animals without
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest
Willie,
video.
Willie, can you say that?
You're a
Not me.
furry,
I don't want to
Harry.
read that
Now
out
choose
loud.
your persona.
Willie's like, my grandpa used to raise cows. The bull definitely enjoyed breeding, but I don't know why that would mean a human should f*** it.
$5, my man.
abusing them. Animal abuse laws already exist. If if somebody had sex with an animal and the courts determined that the animal was abused by somebody having sex with that animal, then they would already go to jail over animal abuse laws. Laws that exist against bestiality or zoophilia.
Like, he was unquestionably favorable towards the concept of bestiality. His biggest gripe with bestiality here is it's not personally something he's into. It's just a passion project of things he gets to talk about when he gets mad on stream. And he's like, no, I actually had 8 beers here. That's why I defended this.
Literally only affect people who were...
You don't have to die on this hill? Well, after your 8th beer, apparently you do.
...not abusing the animal. So if somebody sucks a dog's dick, or if somebody, like...
Nicholas the Goat,
thank
you
you
for the $5, my man.
I can just imagine, Medicare watching this. Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's actually not rape because the dog barked twice for yes before I stuck my in it. That's what fucking... Tell me right now that's not what Jim would say if he was watching this, dude. No, you're saying it didn't get consent? No, actually, it did consent to it. I would know, I asked, and when it twice, that meant it was time for a pounding, okay? That's exactly how Jim would fucking cover it.
Only affect people who were not abusing the animal. So if somebody sucks a dog's dick, or if somebody, like, bends over and...
Why did it say YouTube featured? This is not the time! Thank you!
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Damn, look at those views. Bo Blacks is really popping off.
Yeah, this is... Guys, if anything, this is just more evidence that Bo Blacks could succeed if he just tried just a little bit harder, okay? If YMS is able to skirt past this clip, which he will, to be clear, he will have a successful career after this. Bo Blacks, you can do it, bro. You just gotta try.
Starts f***ing their butt and they get caught.
Oh, God, dude. I don't even know how I'm gonna censor this in post. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, no. That's an insane... Oh, God.
So if somebody sucks a dog's dick, or if somebody, like, bends over and starts f***ing their butt and they get caught, like, even if they just didn't move or whatever, even if they just, like, lubed up and let the dog do what it wanted to do...
Dude, I'm sorry, the dog was just doing this. I don't know where he got the lube, Your Honor.
Or something. And they got caught, and the dog clearly wasn't abused, and everybody in the courtroom determined that there was no abuse taking place, they would go to jail. That's what those laws are for. That's what those laws are for, and it's disgusting to see that people are openly willing to send people to jail for literally victimless crimes.
I'm not muted. This is I don't know. I don't know what to say. This is not good.
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Step dog, what are you doing?
Oh no! Oh God, no! Oh, that's not good.
His fans soon start linking bestiality porn in his chat.
Don't post that shit in chat. Don't post links. I'm pretty sure certain states have laws against that, so I don't want any of that porn in this chat. Animated porn, that's okay, but I would ask that mods would regulate to make sure.
Who the fuck just said believe all Pomeranians?
I didn't even click on the link, so I don't know if what you posted was legit or not, but I'm just saying. No actual porn in my chat, please. I don't want that.
This speech about animal consent goes on for another 10 minutes. It's absurd.
No! I don't even think we've heard it all.
I won't play the whole thing.
I think you should.
For time's sake, but I promise you, no context is being cut.
I think we need to go check.
I will link the full video down below.
Dude, he's finally sourcing his material.
It starts at 40 minutes in. This isn't him joking around or something. He legitimately gets pissed at one point.
Thank you for the gifted. Oh, I really like God, dude. Why? Oh, fuck, bro.
Seriously.
It's like if Destiny got caught offhandedly on a stream talking about how much he wished he had a sister. Like, you know, during, like, peak incest arc, if you had... Imagine if after all the incest debates, Destiny just started ranting about, like, listen, if I had a sister, okay, these fucking laws... Like,
the world is...
People are like, whoa, dude, hold on.
Fucked up. The world is so fucked up. We eat and kill animals. We are discriminating against people, and the only reason that people hold a different standard to it is because they're attracted to something that other people aren't. And that is what is absolutely disgusting about this. Anyway, I'm passionate about it because it's huge discrimination
I'm passionate because then all of a sudden the 8 beers dropped down to 7 and one of them had been processed and he's like, oh fuck, optics. I'm really passionate because other people are affected.
I'm passionate about it because it's huge discrimination going on right now.
Here's Adam's response to someone asking how his logic is any different from that of a pedophile. It's really fucking vile, and I don't want to risk my video getting age restricted by reading it. I know the term lolcow gets overused, but my video I do genuinely think of him as one. Adam has the mindset that he's one response away from owning the haters, people like me, Oscar, Nicholas DeOrio, and others who've covered the story. But the more he responds, the worse the situation gets for him. He won't ever back down. He'll keep justifying his past statements of a slightly different coat of paint each time. Most of his YouTuber buddies aren't going to back him up on this, which I bet is extremely blackpilling for him right now.
Bro, tell me right now, if there's anyone who I need a hero, okay? It's these two. Bro, literally, I would be shocked if iDubbbz and Anissa don't post. If this gets posted to like H3 Snark, it's like, friend of the show, iDubbbz is his friend's getting attacked or something. I literally think these two are stupid enough to jump in head first and like literally defend this guy without any knowledge of what happened.
In fact, the only YouTubers I've seen stick up for him are Destiny and Mr. Miss Manchi. Boblax doesn't even agree with Adam, by the way. He's only in support because he has a massive hate boner against Nick, which is hopefully the only boner he has right now. Much of this drama has been swept up by this Olivia person, Adam's top Janny, who runs the highlights
Okay, I didn't even talk about this. This just popped up.
Channel and moderates his subreddit.
Hey everyone, Olivia here.
Yep.
Who put together that GoFundMe to buy Adam his scarf sex doll. They spent the last several weeks removing Reddit posts discussing the drama, while also posting cringe shit like this. This person is trying to push Adam into discussing politics, as if that went well the last time he went on EFAP. According to them,
we'll be checking that out tonight. Oh, muted.
As if that went well the last time he went on EFAP. According to them, I'm just a right-wing homophobe attacking Adam over harmless thought crimes, describing my video as a nothing burger. Yet if it was a nothing burger, these two golems wouldn't be responding like this. And Adam can keep responding, but don't expect me to do the same, cause surprisingly, I have other things to do than argue with this mentally unstable loser. So in conclusion, this guy is gay, he jerks off to a dick, he thinks it's okay for people to fornicate with animals, and he's willing to slander anyone who talks about it. He deserves all the hate he's getting right now. And you know what? I'm just gonna say it. Adam, I'm glad I ruined your vacation.
Nicholas!
I'm glad I
go.
I don't even care that you broke your elbow.
Don't think of Bob
Oh my
Lax's
god.
little Bobby. Don't think about it.
Jesus.
lived in your head rent-free for weeks. I mentally raped you, buddy.
Rob's media just raped me, and there's nothing I can do about it.
After some of the shit you
Holy shit.
and your fans have said about me, I'm glad to hear that your wrists were in excruciating pain while you typed out your essays. You deserve it.
I've thought long and hard about this, and with cyberbullying,
that's who Cool Cat is?
You kind of can't really stop it if you don't know who it's coming from.
Oh my god.
My best advice, just ignore him!
Holy shit, that was lethal. That was lethal, dude. Let's refresh and see if it's in the comment section. Let's see if he tried to defend Rob's media. That was fucking
Nicholas
insane.
DeOrio's latest
Consensual
video.
zoophiles like saying God-fearing atheist. Oh my god, it's funny how these old YouTubers are really slow. You know what I like? I like that you didn't get bogged down on the random shit. There was stuff that I didn't really like in your first video. It might have been worth a mention towards some of that stuff in the beginning with the additional context that he added, like the zoo forest thing or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, not zoo forest, that's not what it's called.
Nick just started
whatever the
insulting
fucking
me
convention
viciously on
was,
Twitter.
probably worth mentioning that. So that's my one thing in this video. But ultimately, I also appreciate that you didn't spend any time covering it because that wasn't the main subject matter of why this video is being made to begin with. And again, I don't know. I think using the time that you would have spent to do that to talk about why YMS called you a child groomer, I don't really. Yeah, I don't know. Oh boy. Goal? Hey, another goal. Thank you. You guys earned another one. But yeah, I think that was a strong response. Consensual zoophilia is like saying God-fearing atheist. It's funny how these old YouTubers either slowly fade into obscurity or have massive embarrassing scandals that end up being their main legacy.
And you know what else is massive?
True. He literally just assumes your audience are minors as if kids would multi-hour long video essays on bread tubers. YMS has no idea of the actual science. My wife is a certified licensed dog trainer. Dogs do not hump your leg for sexual gratification. Wow. The Anissa cut, defending sexual interactions with an animal. Referring to it as it is crazy levels of disassociation. That feeling when wrist surgery is tomorrow. So now, just to be clear, I had this up and I've lost it. YMS has responded. And it is locked and you can't comment on it, but it is on Twitter right now and you can take a look. This is on his Twitter, October 3rd, 8:24 p.m. as, again, just in the middle of our segment while I'm watching this. YMS is, I guess his wrist stopped cramping up and he had time to post it. All right, YMS's response to the Rob's Media video coming out right about now. All right, just to clarify for those people who need it, animal abuse is bad, whether sexual or otherwise. All sex with Jimmy's mom should be discouraged. Regardless of any perceived hypocrisies, if I could choose a world where no one is having sex with animals, then I would choose that world. If you think any of these statements contradict anything I've ever said, I either did not communicate myself well in the moment or, well, you must not have understood me. Oh God. Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true. If you think any of these statements contradict anything I ever said, then you didn't understand me. The problem is that you didn't understand me. Where's the footage? Where's the footage?
To suggest that there's no such thing as consensual human / sex is to be the most naive person on the fucking planet.
This is a weird episode of the YMS Plays show.
Dogs try to hump your fucking leg.
Yourself, Keffels,
that's all the evidence I need.
Nicholas DeOrio.
I don't have to have sex with an animal to know that animals don't have the same type of reservations that human beings do when it comes to sex. If it feels good, they're probably okay with it. If they try to bite you or run away, that's probably a sign that they're not okay with it. So the argument that, oh, you can't tell if it's consenting or not, even though it's clearly enjoying itself. Okay.
Yo! Do you have monkeypox?
No.
I can't believe how much of society is just dictated by people saying, I don't like it, or ick, that's gross, or they're not a part of my tribe.
What part of this am I not understanding, YMS?
It's disgusting to me.
What's the context?
Human animal sex is not nearly as disgusting as the mentality that discriminates against people who have never abused animals.
What part of this am I not understanding?
Zoophilia, I'll say this again, I went on this same rant in like 20 other videos. Zoophilia laws are laws that exist that only affect people that are consensually having sex with animals without abusing them. Animal abuse laws already exist. If somebody had sex with an
Nicholas,
animal
the
and the courts determined that the animal was abused by somebody having sex with that animal, then they would already go to jail over animal abuse laws. Laws that exist against bestiality or zoophilia literally only affect people who were not abusing the animal.
Like, what am I missing here? How many more statements do I have to read? Do we have to have a fucking debate about this? Like, do I need to hear you out? Do I have to go to a fucking seminar? Oh no, then you have to have another one. Like, bro, what do I have to do here? It's like, what? Okay, whatever. Just to clarify for all people who need it, animal abuse is bad. All of it, whether sexual or otherwise. All sex with animals should be discouraged, regardless of perceived hypocrisies. If I could choose a world where no one is having animals, I would choose that world. If you think any of these statements contradict anything I've ever said, I either did not communicate myself well in the moment, or you didn't understand me. It's like, no, motherfucker,
Nicholas,
you can't rewrite that.
the goat.
Oh, I just didn't communicate well.
For someone so tied up in this intellectually, he seems to conveniently leave out the fact that the majority of animals don't have sex for pleasure.
I think I've done my research, chat. There is absolutely nothing dishonest. This is about Critical Drinker and his criticisms of Critical Drinker. There is absolutely nothing dishonest about me interpreting his actual words as his messaging. It's not dishonest for me to have to not have made up what he meant to say in my head before commenting it. Wow, it seems like YMS seems to understand and value critiquing things that people actually say out loud with their whole chest. right? Unfortunately, I can't go
I just saw Keffel's tweet.
and make up in my mind what
Nicholas
YMS
DeOrio.
meant to say in that moment. I can only operate off of his actual words as his messaging, despite any perceived hypocrisy that YMS might be exhibiting here. Yeah. There we go. Again, seriously think about the contrast between your standards here. I'm making criticism based on actual words, and you're making both criticism and defenses based on your own imaginary reinterpretation of those words. You're twisting the facts to suit your narrative. That's the definition of dishonest. Now, that wasn't my quote. That was YMS's quote when he was talking about why people were mad at his take about Critical Drinker. Just to be clear, it had nothing to do with this current drama, but it happens to be YMS debating himself here. Interesting stuff, I would say. I would say that's like kind of interesting. But let me go back and grab the rest of this. Yeah. We'll be checking out a bit more of that context in a little while. Every single one of my controversial opinions has already been thoroughly explained with full context and clarifications in the videos being quoted in this post. And if you see an old video that you feel contradicts this video, he's getting out ahead of it, boys. You see what's happening here? You see what's happening here? You see what's happening here? If you see a video that's like, well, it's contradicting this, well, that video's out of date, and obviously that's not something I stand by. There's no point in arguing with a version of myself from 10 years ago because, well, that's not me. I'm just surprised to hear that some of these dumb things is anyone else because, well, believe it or not, I haven't memorized every drunken rant that I made in my early 20s. Look, I never got drunk and went on a whole rant about how I shed tears for the people who can't fuck their gerbil, okay? It's never happened. How many of you guys, any autistics here have this happen? That was his first one. How about any drunkards here? Is anybody here an alcoholic who's just thinking like, gosh, diggly darn it, unfortunately nobody's going to be able to fuck their ferrets this evening? No, it hasn't happened to me. I've never gotten that drunk. I haven't reached animal fucking's levels of drunk yet, so thankfully I must have been like 2 or 3 beers away based off of this guy's position here. I've never made it that far.
What's the name of the guy, Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo.
Just
Mr.
one more
Oreo.
beer, just 2 more beers away. You got there. Yeah, it's an anecdotal argument here. That's never happened to me, but maybe it's happened to you. Hasn't happened to my chat either, though. Believe it or not, well, I haven't memorized every drunken rant that I made in my early 20s. You see what's happening here? I've never once defended the concept of zoophilia. Okay, here's a video of you defending zoophilia and making like very similarly phrased arguments. You just have different conclusions. Oh, okay, well, I never defended zoophilia until you showed me a video of me defending zoophilia. And now that I know that I've defended zoophilia, well, I was obviously drunk. Okay, it was 10 years ago, and even though I keep saying my opinions have not really changed on this specific thing that we've deemed to be morally bad, they have actually changed. I'm not really going to tell you how, other than just like, yeah, so it's wrong, and factory farm, factory farm, factory farm, factory farm, factory farm. Okay, has that convinced you that I'm not a creepy animal man? Have I mentioned factory farms? The fact that people are going that far to find reasons to be upset with me is, well, proof of my positive growth and change over time. Yeah, it's nothing like the positive growth and change over time of the guy slapping it in your face. Like, look at this, guys, I've changed. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Bang, 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 bang. Like, you're just slamming it like into your face like the Family Guy skit. Yeah. And no amount of me being an open and honest weirdo with spicy takes is gonna stop me from valuing myself as a person. If any mutual wants further clarification, feel free to send a DM and, well, I'll be happy to answer any of those questions. The ideal scenario would have been like the one where the person who resurfaced these old clips in the first place had accepted that same offer, but he unfortunately refused at every opportunity.
Nicholas the Goat, thank you for the $5, my man.
Adam, if I had open DMs with you, I would not spend my time debating you, listening to your explanation of the 80,000 zoophile comments. Unfortunately, Adam, these are your words, and they're being put out there, and people are reacting to them, and the response you're getting you don't like. That's fine, but your endless clarifications that you've already given publicly haven't convinced me. What could you have said in private that would have changed everything?
Is DarkVibe AU a virgin? No, I am not.
Adam, I've spent 6 hours reacting to your responses.
He does give off pirate software vibes.
Yeah.
Just missing the voice changer.
Feel free to send me a DM and I'd be happy to answer questions. The ideal scenario would have been the one where the person who resurfaced these old clips had accepted the same offer, but he unfortunately refused at every opportunity. Every terribly communicated clip is from a needlessly edgy, drunken rant made in my early 20s. These do not reflect my current feelings or positions, and I don't even believe the way I phrase myself is an accurate representation of my positions at the time either. Guys, we have another plot contrivance. We have another convenience that is added to the plot, okay? Is that what we would say? Is that what Rags would say if he was here? Wow, that's awfully convenient. That's another good... it appears YMS got the message. Which I guess is like similar in this case to like getting the call. He got... It's all the alcohol. Blame it on the alcohol, baby. Blame it on the... Dude, blame it on the alcohol, bunny. Oh, is furry a phenotype? I don't know, dude. Holy shit. That's so funny. Is this how Fringy would be? I don't know. This is a needless plot contrivance. These do not reflect my current feelings or positions. I don't even believe the way I phrase myself was an accurate representation of my... Dude, that's another thing. That's another crazy thing here. I don't even believe. So he's not even sure if when he was in his early 20s, he was just like down with the concept of people f***ing animals. He's not even willing to give a firm no. Oh, this was not even what I actually thought. I don't even know why I said this. I don't even think that I was pro people fucking and but I can't know for certain. But he told us he did. Yeah, it's... The language I used was the result of me responding to someone arguing in chat with the whole fucking 15 minutes. Dude, okay. I used the same terminology they were using, and I didn't realize how it would be perceived 10 years later. But the problem is you don't know how your current arguments would be perceived 2 weeks later, so okay. The fact that I haven't used those words since support... No, this is not... Alright, this is what he thinks makes him look good. I'm gonna break this down for you.
Viciously on Twitter.
Let me break it down for you, Mark. The fact that I haven't used these words since supports that they were not reflective of my sincere beliefs. Here's the problem. If you watch Rob's first video and that new resurfaced audio from 10 years ago, he hits a lot of the same beats. He just ends up at different conclusions. Instead of saying all the optically correct stuff at the very end and giving all the proper disavowals, in that first clip when he wasn't really thinking about optics, he just starts talking about how he's sad that there are people who will go through their whole lives without fucking a chihuahua or something, or at least that's the interpretation I got from his words, right? But then, 10 years later, he makes very similar arguments, right? Very similar arguments. Not even just 10 years later, because some of those clips are 5 years later, and maybe 3 years later, maybe 7. Like, obviously, these have been done over the last decade. We've got new clips of him talking about this on several different live streams and response videos, and, yeah. Right? But, like... It is not, you can't give yourself this. The fact that I haven't used those words since supports that they were not reflective of my sincere beliefs. Maybe someone could interpret it like that, but I think that my audience is going, no, it's evidence that you've learned to hide your power level. Or, at the very least, those core beliefs that you had still inform your current positions today. You've just like, you haven't kind of made the connection that like they're going to be associated with the other stuff you've said. I don't know how you could argue anything related to the points and then still like not expect us to think that you have the same feelings. Let me show you what I'm trying to talk. I feel like I'm not explaining this well. Let me show you what I'm talking about, right? Where's Rob's Media? So if you go to Rob's Media's video, and I'm just going to play it off to the side here because I don't want anything to pop up on screen that will get me in trouble. If I pull up the Idiot Influencers Your Movie Sucks thing and I boost the volume.
If a state has animal abuse laws but not bestiality laws, that means that if they have sex with an animal and it is determined that they were sex or not, you know, if they force the animal and the animal didn't like it, then... And
just for your proof, this is Rob's video. It's a different game he's playing in the background. These are 2 different clips.
They would determine that the animal was being abused. The reason why zoophilia laws exist is because people would be in court over having an animal, and no one would be able to determine whether or not the animal was actually abused. which I don't think you should go to jail.
Now, this is the clip where he, I guess, hadn't fully figured out his argumentation yet.
So if somebody sucks a dick, or if somebody like bends over and a dog starts, like even if they just didn't move or whatever, even if they just like lubed up and let the it wanted to do or something, and they got caught, and the dog clearly wasn't abused, and everybody in the courtroom determined that there was no abuse taking place, they would go to jail. That's what those laws are for. That's what those laws are for.
It's like the same argument, but at the end of it, he just forgot to talk about the get like in the ass part. Like he took that part out, right? I think this is even more. Thank you, BBB.
That you're not a fucking animal. So there's no proof that the animal would want to or wouldn't want to. So the only way to determine if there's actual abuse is for a court to decide that an animal was being abused. It should not be guilty until proven innocent.
Okay, so now, again, back to the idiot influencers video.
Zoophilia and bestiality laws exist is because people would be in court over having sex with an animal, and no one would be able to determine whether or not the animal, which I don't think you should go to jail if there's no evidence whatsoever that the animal was being abused. Because if the animal wasn't abused, then you're not really helping anybody. You're just putting somebody in jail because you don't like them, because you think that what they're doing is gross and you don't understand
Nicholas DeOrio.
So here's the thing, and I think that if YMS keeps saying that he's done nothing wrong and his positions haven't, I think what somebody needs to do, and I won't be the one to do it, I think the next thing somebody needs to do if he keeps lying is they need to take all of his arguments about bestiality, either written or video form like this, find every last one of them, and then pull individual arguments out, and then make a mega compilation of every time he talked about each individual piece, because they're all like this.
Nick just started insulting me.
He makes
on
the
Twitter.
same arguments, invokes the same stuff.
I'm currently 100% completing all the Dark Souls games, and yet this is still more painful
So
to
they
sit through somehow.
so what they thank you. So what they need to do is they need to play all these clips back to back to back to back to back, so you can hear how his argument has like slightly shifted over time into something a bit more like, I guess, consumable for a general person, to showcase why this is bad faith. I think that's what needs to happen next if this guy is going to keep lying about this. Because again, what's the other one? How many times has this guy invoked Jackass? How many times has this guy invoked America's Funniest Home Videos? I've watched too much of this content. It just keeps coming back up.
And this isn't the only time Adam has said stuff like this.
Oh, I'm a little nervous of what should we... Oh yeah, so the text ones are next. I didn't want to show those. Okay, so back to Adam's response. I wanted to make sure I had one example of that, because like he makes these arguments in multiple different places, but for some reason he's only disavowing that version of it because he started talking, I guess, indefensibly. Like he can't possibly weasel his way out of that one. So that one was just a drunken moment. All these other ones were high-level debate. Yeah. So here, let's see. And to be clear, that wasn't 10 years apart. That was less, but it's still worth looking at. The fact that people are going back that far to find reasons to be upset with me is proof of my positive growth and change over time. No, it's not. And no amount of me being an open and honest weirdo. Again, this is proof of my positive growth, and I am open and honest. I am an open and honest person, and this is my positive growth. Okay. With spicy takes is going to stop me from valuing myself as a person. If any mutual wants further clarification, feel free to send a DM. I read this all already. Every terribly communicated clip is from a needlessly edgy, drunken rant made in the early 20s. Also, notice it's not pro-animal rape argument. It's needlessly edgy. It's needlessly edgy. And his response to that would be, excuse me, I didn't say that you could rape an animal. I just said that animals can consent. And in my defense, that wouldn't be, no, from my perspective. Oh god, dude. I explicitly said the animal can consent. Okay, whatever. These do not reflect my current feelings or positions, and I don't even believe the way I phrased myself then was an accurate representation of my positions at the time either. The language used was a result of me responding to someone arguing in chat. I used the same terminology they were using, and I did not realize how it would be perceived 10 years later. Again, there are other clips where he makes very similar arguments. He just doesn't go, like, far enough, I guess. The fact is that I haven't used those words since supports that they were not reflective of my sincere beliefs. I just showed you an example where he essentially does. My drunken words from 10 years ago were irresponsible in many ways. I did not realize that, and I obviously don't stand by them. Can you tell me specifically which ones you don't stand by? You want to make a good apology here? Why don't you be more specific? Because I feel like if you're more specific, people aren't going to like that, you know? Actually, it's weird. Isn't this one? This is so many words, but he never actually addresses which parts were bad, does he? Oh, this is the rest of that. If you insist on believing the words of a possible interpretation of the worst possible interpretation of what I said 10 years ago. Of the worst possible interpretation of what I said 10 years ago, you fucking piece of shit.
Dogs try to hump your fucking leg. That's all the evidence I need. I don't have to have sex with an animal to know that animals don't have the same type of reservations that human beings do when it comes to sex. If it feels good, they're probably okay with it. If they try to bite you or
it's the only interpretation.
Run away, that's probably a sign that they're not okay with it. So the argument that, oh, you can't tell if it's consenting or not, even though it's clearly enjoying itself. Okay.
You're fucking gross.
Such
You're a
bullshit.
gross person. You are a fucking deranged
people.
freak. Like, really?
I can't believe how much of society is just dictated by people saying, I don't like it, or that's gross, or they're not a part of my tribe.
Thank you.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
Yeah, the worst possible interpretation, you snake fuck. Really? However, even at its worst interpretation, these words have harmed no one other than myself. Oh, fuck, dude. Either way, it does not reflect my current self, which should be evident by the fact that these clips are ancient. He's just restating the argument. Did you guys know these are old clips? I don't believe this stuff now. I'm not even sure I believed it then, actually. Just to be clear, I don't think I've done anything wrong. Have you done anything wrong? No one was hurt by these words. 10 years ago, I was incoherent and irrationally angry in ways that I no longer am. Oh, I'm sorry. You seem totally hinged right now. My bad. Partially thanks to getting a proper mental health diagnosis and treatment. Oh, is it the autism diagnosis that you're still too lazy to go get? Or did they tell you no, but you're still sure you are? Did you net deck it? I'm no longer using 6 drinks of alcohol in a day to self-medicate for mental health disorders I didn't know I had. I don't care. Even if you were, it wouldn't change my life at all. You could see how much I drank by looking at any of my old editing streams. You could see how much I care by how I'm just going to skip past this. The ones that showed my... okay, dude, this guy's President Sunday pulling out like a big-ass wine bottle. Like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Put the suit on. Dance around for me. Who cares? Put the suit on. Come on, Freckles the lion, put the fucking suit on. Do a little dance. Okay. The one that shows me my shelf and frame are filled with empty cans, bottles, and cups. So, you know what? Turkey Tom used to have that for Monster energy drinks. It was not healthy physically or mentally. I am now on the right path, on the right meds. I don't think they're the right meds, but well, I'm not a doctor. The closest thing to doctor I am is I listen to some Dre. Even if I've had the occasional slip up in the middle of the night after my meds have worn off, my mental health journey has been a long... I don't care. I do not care about your mental health, YMS. Nobody in the chat gives a fuck about your mental health. Nobody reading this gives a fuck about your mental health. I want to know about the takes about animals. I want to know about the animals. That's what I want to know about. My mental health journey has been a long one. I feel like it's going to be a longer one. I've made lots of significant progress this past year, especially. I'm ready to get back into work after a year of compounding tragedies. Well, I mean, also after your iconic vacation that you just went on. A year of compounding tragedies and chronic health issues. Even though I'm not 110%, I feel better and more motivated than I've ever been for a long time. Looking forward to an even better 2026. Thank you. This guy sucks, dude. This guy's a total fucking rat. Actually, I should not compare him to an animal. That's actually a bad idea.
I recommend
Holy
watching
fuck,
Nicholas
dude.
DeOrio's latest
This
video.
is like, As an autistic guy, YMS is tanking it to use it as an excuse. Its horrendous takes really pisses me off. Yeah, it pisses me off too. It absolutely pisses me off. I hate when people use human shields and isms and obes to try to win arguments.
Nicholas, the GOAT.
Thank you. Wow.